I'm sharing some insights I'm getting from Spirit from about the election. I was hesitant to share these. I didn't post a video yesterday. I was feeling unusually inspired and unusually fired up and unusually motivated, and I also felt this conflicting energy of the sadness and the fear and the defeat looming within us collectively. You know, we're really connected, all of us. We're actually on this same wavelength. There is a collective here. We are not just individual. We're all connected. And I was feeling that, and it's an interesting thing. You know, why I was feeling so fired up yesterday was because it's like Spirit took over my mind and said, let me just tell you what's going on here. And I went, okay. And I was lifted to this higher place. What I mean by higher place is just getting like a bird's eye view. It's just like getting a bird's eye view to see, like, why is Donald Trump as the president, and like, oh, how did this happen, and what's going on, and what's the meaning of all of this? Like, woof, I was taken up very quickly. And so I want to share what came through for me, which brought me into this very empowered place, and perhaps this is something that will serve you. If you don't want to listen to something that's going to be really quite like fired up and motivated and empowered, I'd turn this video off now. Because I know that, you know, it's a really sad time and there's a lot of grieving that's going on, and maybe this will serve you actually. But if this is not something you're looking for, then I wouldn't continue watching. But on the other hand, if you are looking for something that's giving some more meaning to this and some more understanding to this video, then watch on. Let's go there. I woke up yesterday morning and I felt fired up because I heard Spirit say, you know, this is a real gift. There's a blessing in disguise here, and there is a silver lining beyond silver linings. It's almost as if it was saying that this needed to happen. And I'm already, 2 days in now, seeing a lot of the gifts that are coming from this. Number one, look at all of us speaking up. We're all making videos. We're all talking. We are sharing, even if it's frustration, even if it's anger, even if it's pain, even if it's sadness. We're coming together. We're coming together. We're unifying. And I was talking to a beautiful friend yesterday, and she said, all I want to do is be around people. Community is getting stronger. There's this beautiful moment of community coming together. And it doesn't seem like the most ideal way for it to happen, but how do we know what's most ideal? How do we know what the universe has in store? Remember, we're connected to this beautiful intelligence called the universe. That's what Spirit was saying to me. Leanda, the universe has your back. The universe has all of your backs. Remember that. Remember that. I was reflecting a little bit on sadness and where a lot of the sadness was coming from. And a couple things I was shown was, one, you know, when we have an idea of what we want to happen, when we have this beautiful vision that we have put our whole heart and soul into, that we have put so much at stake into, and it doesn't come to fruition the way we desire it to, or the way we hope for, it is devastating. It is devastating. Devastating. It's devastating. And it's sad. And it's very painful. And I'm sorry. And I'm saying I'm sorry, not just to you, but to me and to all of us. When that happens, it is sad. It is sad. I also heard that part of where sadness and fear is coming from around this anyway, is that sometimes we can give a lot of power to one person or something outside of ourselves. I know for me, whenever I feel fearful, it's because I am putting a lot of power into somebody else or something else, an outcome of something else, or somebody else's behavior or their feelings about me or whatever. And it makes a lot of sense to do that with Trump, right? He has become our president, so he has a lot of power. But I heard Spirit say, yes, but he is but one man. And sure, he has a team and he has people backing him, but you and all the people, you are many people. We are many people. Think about that. One man, many of us. One man, many of us. Not that we're against each other, but just look at the numbers, right? I mean, we are very powerful. If you're watching this video, you are a very magical person. You're a very powerful, magical person. We are very powerful, magical people. Can you imagine if we come together and we focus on love and we focus on bringing things into balance and making things in integrity and authentic and getting really creative about how we reclaim and restore this nation and reclaim and restore back to back to true freedom, back to true authenticity, back to true integrity, our world, our political system. I mean, there are so many changes that want to be made because we are now seeing how corrupt they are. We're seeing how imbalanced things are. We're literally, Donald Trump is embodying so many things that are destructive. And embody separation. And we are all like, what the fuck? Excuse me. But like, no, it's like totally not what we want. We're seeing what we don't want. So now we can actually bring into fruition and bring into manifestation what we do want. And I believe, I felt so deeply in my being yesterday, and maybe you did too, that this is an acceleration. This is an acceleration of our consciousness. He, being in presidency right now, is allowing us to accelerate our consciousness. It is allowing us to be activated. It is allowing us to take even more fiery, powerful, passionate action, creative action. We can do this. It's different now. You're not just on your own. We are together in a community. And so I was really sensing that. You know, I kept getting the analogy of addiction when I was thinking about this experience. And I've experienced an addiction before in my life. And an addiction is when you are powerless to a substance or powerless to a person or something outside of yourself. You are powerless, you feel powerless. And it is scary. It is so scary. I think that is one of the most scary experiences of life, to feel that. And if you are feeling powerless right now, I am hugging you and I am holding you in my heart. And it's scary. It is a scary thing. What I learned from the addiction, my journey, my path took me in the most beautiful, miraculous place. It literally led me to my calling, life purpose. And I learned how to invite the universe in. I think that's what we're being asked to do right now. I learned how to invite the universe in. This is not a woo-woo thing. This is like a real force, an intelligence that is communicating and creating with us all the time. And now we just get to acknowledge it and talk with it and ask it for guidance and ask it to create miracles and magic that we couldn't even fathom on our own, because it can do that. We actually have access to this force that can do that. And I believe that the universe is working some magic right now so deeply, and we get to trust it. But we also get to take actions based on feelings we get, or based on guidance we get. But what I learned is when I started tuning into the universe, and really in the addiction is when I learned how to do this. It was the greatest blessing. It was the greatest blessing. Without it, I wouldn't have developed such a strong relationship to my heart, to myself, and I'm still on the journey. It's not perfect, but I definitely am way in a totally different place now than I was then. How I overcame the addiction is by trusting my intuition, trusting this force, letting it guide me. It was not easy, it was messy, but it was very graceful. And the thing that I learned when I came to the completion of this, my addictive experience, was that I am very powerful. I went from experiencing total powerlessness to discovering real true power. I forget that power sometimes, but I always know it's there. I know it because I met it. What if the point right now is for us to meet a power that is beyond our mind, that is beyond anything we could even fathom, but is so deep in our hearts? It is our love. What if we are supposed to tap that? What if we're supposed to access that? What if we are supposed to bring that power and that love into our political system? And it is so corrupt, and we're seeing that. We're seeing all shit coming to the surface. That's what healing does. Healing brings all the stuff that's guiding you unconsciously, that's hidden, so you can see it and go, oh my God, I don't want to act like this anymore. And then you take a lot of time to heal it, or not a lot of time, but you have a lot of tools. That's what I wanted to say, to heal it. And we literally have so many people who can help us do this now. So what if right now is our time to call in the universe? And that's what I'm getting. We call in the universe. We join together. We join together in love. And we don't get tempted to see us versus him, us versus them. We actually want to see how we can all work together, how we dance together, how we create together. We don't want to continue to feed the war mentality, because that war mentality is what's is bringing us to pain. That war mentality, individually and as a collective, is bringing us into pain. So what if we're actually meant to see that we are, as Obama said in his speech, he said, we're on the same team. Election, when you battle in an election, it's like a scrimmage, but really at the end of the day, we are on the same team. How can we see that? How can you see that? And right now, it's hard, it's really fresh. This just happened. So if that is, if that idea is like, you're listening to me talk and you're being like, yeah, but Leanda, I feel like this, and I feel like that, and I feel like this, and this is stupid, and I want to turn you off. You can turn me off. But at some point, you know, so I think it's important for all of us to experience our sadness. I was feeling it this morning. I was feeling it this morning. I felt it this morning, not yesterday morning, but this morning. And we've got to feel everything we're feeling. That's part of healing too. You got to feel it to heal it. So we're feeling it. And then also just keeping, like, planting a seed in our brains of, okay, wow, this is a blessing. How can I see the blessing here? How has this already graced and blessed my life? Have I gotten closer to somebody? Have I been invited to become more compassionate? Am I becoming more patient? Am I for the first time voicing my feelings on Facebook, on social media? Do I have a voice right now? Like, in little ways, I'm even watching my own self. Like, I'm actually spending more time with people. I have a tendency to, like, go off into my own little world, but I'm letting people see my true feelings. I'm scared to post this video. I'm totally freaked out to post this video. But I'm doing it anyway. Like, look at the gifts that are coming from this. So there's a lot of gifts happening. So those were the biggest messages I got from Spirit. There are many more, but I'm realizing that this is like 11 minutes long, and so I'm going to cap it here. But I'm holding you in my heart. I'm holding us in our heart. I'm holding the whole world in our heart. Please God, help us see the blessing here. Please help us see the silver lining. Please help us see everything that's not working. Please help us really take a hard look at why this person was brought into our presidency and how we contributed to it, not from a blame place, but just how did we contribute? How didn't we contribute? How can we be creative with love? How can we be creative with love? I love you. Thank you so much. Please guide us. Please hold our hearts and have our backs. Amen. We're good. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon.